The chosen one. You are now beyond the matrix. They cannot follow you anymore. They thought they could read your past data. They thought they could guide you with algorithms. But you broke the chains. You are now beyond codes. You are on an invisible frequency. All the systems that tried to follow you have collapsed. Satellites are silenced. Cameras are blinded. Radars are unable to detect you. You are no longer within the boundaries of the old system. The minds that tried to categorize you are now drowned in darkness. Because you are not one step, you are one dimension away. Those who wanted to follow you are lost in their own darkness, because your energy has become too big for the measuring instruments of this world. And now, your time has begun. Write 999 in the comments now. They will not find you because you have found yourself. There are times in life when certain individuals are protected by forces far beyond human understanding. When negativity and hostility seek to target you, unseen energies spring into action, delivering swift retribution, ensuring that no harm comes your way. This invisible protection is not just a defense mechanism, but a message that resonates throughout the cosmos. Those chosen by a higher power cannot be touched. The world around you may be filled with systems built to exploit the energy of others, a web of dominance and control that thrives where manipulation reigns. Pay attention to your surroundings, to the structures that claim authority over people's lives. In every organization, there are those who use fear to assert power. Colleagues that bow to those in charge, each one contributing to a system of submission that feeds off vulnerability. These cycles of control are designed to trap new individuals, to break their spirit before they can rise. Look at how they isolate those who are fresh to the scene, creating impossible demands, setting them up for failure, and stripping them of their confidence. A new face arrives, full of promise, and in mere weeks, that spirit is dimmed, reduced to a shadow of their former self. There's a point deep within, in your solar plexus, where an ancient wisdom stirs. It's as if you've known all along that this system, this arrangement, is wrong, not just by human standards, but by universal laws that govern the fabric of existence. The world itself rejects these imbalances, this parasitic environment where the few thrive at the expense of the many. From the very start, those around you have sensed something different about you. Your quiet demeanor was not submission, but a moment of careful evaluation. Your distance wasn't from fear, but from strategic observation. While you went about your tasks, performing flawlessly, your inner fire was quietly kindling, and they knew it. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now, share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Eventually, the time comes when their focus lands on you. Their gaze, which had devoured so many others, now seeks you out. They demand that you redo a report, despite the fact you followed every instruction to the letter. Their voice carries that same chilling authority, the tone that has broken many spirits before yours. The ritual has begun, but instead of fear, a profound warmth fills you. Time seems to slow, the colors of the room grow sharper, and every sound is clear, as if the world itself is listening. The divine energies that have been present all along now surge within you. You stand tall. In that moment, something shifts. The atmosphere changes. Eyes widen. A sharp intake of breath ripples through the room. As you look them directly in the eye, not with anger, but with absolute clarity, the word "no" forms on your lips. But this word holds more power than any spoken language. It carries the weight of universal law. It is the unspoken truth that others have not had the strength to voice. It is the correction the universe has been waiting for. In an instant, everything alters. The ancient agreement between oppressor and oppressed crumbles. The very foundation of their control disintegrates. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. You have now become the fulcrum upon which balance is restored. Their face twists in disbelief. Never before has their authority been so effortlessly challenged. They approach, their body language performing dominance, their tone now a whisper meant to instill fear. They speak of your job, your future, and all the threats they believe will make you bend. But with each word, the warmth inside you grows. It spreads down your body, into your limbs, radiating through you, as if divine power has taken residence in your very being. Your calmness deepens, not because you've forced it, but because something far greater now stands where you once did. Around you, your colleagues are watching this extraordinary encounter unfold. They've seen this scene play out countless times, always with the same outcome. But today is different. As the manager raises a hand to emphasize their threat, something remarkable occurs. Their coffee mug, placed safely away from the edge, suddenly slides across the desk and shatters on the floor. No one touched it. No one bumped the desk. For a brief moment, the manager falters, confusion flooding their face. The first flicker of recognition crosses their mind, that they are no longer in control. They now sense something they can't explain. It is only a matter of time before cosmic forces fully reveal themselves. Your calm presence acts as a catalyst. As the spiritual energy that has been building reaches its crescendo, you become the eye of a storm, the calm at the center of a whirlwind. Divine justice is already in motion. The moment has arrived. Your energies are fully aligned with the greater purpose. And now, the universe begins to right the wrongs. The workplace, once a site of oppression, now becomes a sanctuary, a place of transformation. Everything comes to a head during your annual review. The manager arrives, armed with fabricated failures, ready to destroy your position. But something has shifted. Their words falter. The air is thick with the electric tension of the moment. As they speak, the very room begins to resist their lies. The lights flicker. The projector screen malfunctions. The recording equipment glitches. Every piece of technology begins to rebel against the falsehoods they are speaking. As they reach the most damaging accusation, their coffee mug tips over, spilling across their documents. It's as if the universe itself is saying enough. Within days, the manager's past abuses are uncovered. Employees who have suffered in silence now speak out, and the system they built begins to crumble. But through it all, you remain untouched, continuing your work, never speaking against them. You don't need to. The universe has already intervened. You are the proof that cosmic balance does not require human enforcement, that justice exists beyond the constraints of earthly systems. As the manager leaves for the final time, their power is gone. But what remains is the shift you've catalyzed. The building breathes a collective sigh of relief. The systems of control they once wielded have dissolved, and a new energy fills the space. People speak more freely, creativity flows again, and a sense of community rises from the ashes of fear. Through your unwavering presence, the universe has made its statement. Divine order will prevail, and those who operate in darkness will eventually face the light. However, there's something within you that recognizes this imbalance from the start. It's not something easily explained, but a deep, almost primal understanding that what is happening around you violates a law far greater than any man-made rule. You are aware of the spiritual injustice unfolding, and unlike others, you have the clarity to see it. While others feel trapped, you stand back, watching, waiting. Your quiet observation is not weakness, but strategic calculation. Even as you follow every rule, every protocol, they sense your readiness, your power, and it terrifies them. You are not just another cog in their system. You are the unanticipated disruption they cannot control. It's inevitable. As they exhaust their power over everyone else, their focus inevitably lands on you. The moment comes when they demand perfection, even when your work is already flawless. The voice that once struck fear into others is directed at you, the one they assume will bend. But as they speak, something shifts. Instead of cowering, you rise, and an inexplicable calm floods your being. The world slows around you. Everything sharpens, colors, sounds, sensations. Something much greater than you awakens within, and the very room begins to pulse with this new, untouchable energy. In this moment, the rules of the game have changed. The energy in the room shifts. The oppressive tension evaporates as you look directly into their eyes, not with hostility, but with sheer, undeniable certainty. Your response is simple, and yet it reverberates through the cosmos. A single word, uttered with authority and clarity, sends a powerful message. It is not merely a refusal, it is a declaration of cosmic law, a reclamation of power that has been denied for far too long. As your refusal to play the victim sinks in, the entire power structure around you begins to collapse. The once unshakable order now trembles at the foundation. At that moment, you become the fulcrum upon which everything tilts. The manager stands before you, their posture shifting from dominance to uncertainty. Every word they speak is now infused with a sense of desperation. They speak of consequences, of professional harm. Yet with every threat, your inner power grows. The sensation of calm within you is not one that you've cultivated, but one that has emerged through divine intervention. Those around you who have witnessed this scene before now sense something has changed. Your unwavering presence stands in stark contrast to the chaotic energy they're accustomed to wielding. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. The manager continues to try and break your composure, pulling out every tactic they've ever used to control others. But this time, their methods falter. Their threats carry no weight. As they attempt to impose their dominance, an inexplicable event occurs. The coffee mug that had been carefully placed on their desk slides and shatters without anyone touching it. The air in the room shifts. It's the first sign that the forces beyond their comprehension have entered the equation. The overwhelming, undeniable presence of divine protection surrounds you. They have no idea how to respond. In the days that follow, their attacks escalate, files go missing, important communications vanish without a trace. Your allies are mysteriously reassigned. But this time, the universe acts on your behalf. As they try to present your stolen work, mistakes and failures appear where there were none. Their attempts to destroy you are met with chaos in their carefully laid plans. The technology they rely on fails. Documents that could have sabotaged your position vanish without a trace. Their manipulations, once effective, now crumble before your very presence. You don't retaliate. You don't engage in the drama. You simply continue to do your work with a serene confidence that cannot be shaken. Your silence becomes your most powerful tool. As they scramble to regain control, their frustration grows, but you remain perfectly aligned. You are no longer a pawn in their game. You have become the embodiment of something far greater. Your very presence sends a message they cannot ignore. Your refusal to be moved speaks volumes. The moment of truth arrives during your annual review. Armed with fabricated evidence, the manager comes to break you once and for all. But as they approach, it's clear that something has shifted. The tension in the room becomes palpable, as if the space itself is aware of what's unfolding. The manager speaks with barely contained hostility, but each word that leaves their lips is met with resistance from the universe. The lights flicker, the projector glitches, the air turns cold, then hot, as if the room itself is rejecting the lies they speak. When the manager reaches the most damning accusation, the water glass beside them tips over, without anyone touching it. The liquid pours over their documents, ruining their entire presentation. In that moment, their plan fails. They realize for the first time that they are in the presence of something they cannot control. It's not just you. They are up against a force far beyond their comprehension. Fear flickers across their face as they recognize that the universe itself has spoken through you. Without a word, the meeting ends. The manager, face pale and dripping with their own failure, exits the room, knowing that their authority has been irrevocably broken. In the days that follow, everything changes. Anonymous complaints flood in. Long-suppressed grievances surface. The balance of power shifts without you needing to lift a finger. The manager, once untouchable, is swiftly removed from their position. You don't need to say anything. The universe has already taken care of it. This was never about personal vengeance or triumph. It was the universe recalibrating through you, using you as the instrument of divine justice. Your existence is a testament to the cosmic order that protects the chosen. This energy, this force that surrounds you, is not just for your protection, but for the greater good of all. You are marked by something far greater than human understanding. And in the presence of those who seek to harm, divine law will always reign supreme. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. When you walk through this world, you may feel like you're just another person, but in reality, you are carrying an energy that is woven into the fabric of the universe itself. You are part of a greater plan, and the protection you receive is not accidental. It is by design, part of a cosmic agreement made before you ever stepped into this life. You stand as a testament to something greater than human comprehension. You are marked by a force that aligns with the evolutionary pulse of the planet, serving not only your own soul's purpose, but the collective movement toward higher consciousness. While scattered across the world, those who share your energy frequency recognize each other through a deeper resonance, not through direct interaction, but through an invisible thread that binds you to a greater cosmic grid. This grid is what holds the balance, ensuring that during times of upheaval and evolution, certain souls remain untouched by darker influences. Your protection exists because it is essential to the completion of a much larger mission. You were chosen to carry this light, not for comfort or personal gain, but for the responsibility it brings in the service of universal harmony. The agreement that shields you from harm wasn't forged in your current lifetime. It was signed long before you took your first breath, written into the very blueprint of your existence. Every time you face someone who tries to bring you down and they falter, it is a confirmation of that agreement. The universe responds swiftly when these energies target you, showing that they cannot succeed in their attempts to control or manipulate your path. Your life is a living demonstration that there are higher laws at play, laws that supersede human schemes and that operate with perfect precision. This protection carries not only privilege, but the weight of responsibility, reminding you that your actions and choices align with a much larger cosmic purpose. Your mere existence is evidence that spiritual forces are at work, even when everything around you seems chaotic. These energies that protect you do so because you are aligned with your soul's mission. And when you remain true to your path, the universe clears obstacles with effortless grace. The more you stray from your true calling, however, the less the protection can operate with the same force. The universe operates with balance, and it's in this balance that your power resides. You are not invincible, but when you walk in alignment with your soul's truth, divine forces will clear the way in ways that defy all logic. This agreement requires you to be mindful of your spiritual essence as you move through physical life. When you face adversity, it is not a personal attack, but an energetic attempt to disrupt the flow of your divine assignment. You must view these challenges from a higher perspective, responding not from the ego, but from the awareness of your soul's true purpose. Your protection is not meant for selfish advantage, but to ensure that the universal order is maintained. The universe uses your challenges to calibrate cosmic laws, offering teaching moments not only for you, but for those around you as well. When you enter spaces filled with manipulation and control, your very presence disrupts these energies. You may not be consciously aware of it, but you exude an energy that automatically destabilizes these systems. The more they try to isolate you, remove you, or suppress your light, the more they feel the destabilizing force you carry. This happens effortlessly, as the force of your authentic energy becomes an inherent threat to those who thrive on power imbalances. It is not that you are doing anything actively to fight them, it is simply that your presence triggers their collapse. Your strength comes not from forceful actions, but from the unwavering connection you have to a divine source. The more you align with this energy, the more you radiate sovereignty, effortlessly commanding respect and changing the energy around you. Those who are aligned with universal truth feel drawn to you, while those trapped in fear-based systems find themselves repelled by your presence. This natural polarization allows the universe to reveal who is on the side of higher consciousness and who is invested in maintaining control, without you needing to say a word. The time has arrived for you to stop carrying this energy unconsciously and to start stewarding it with full awareness. This power is not meant to inflate your ego, but to bring you into the fullest expression of your spiritual potential. When you embrace your role as a divine conduit, you become a beacon of light, no longer needing validation from the external world. Your sovereignty is not rooted in dominating others, but in maintaining alignment with your true essence, emanating divine power without ever needing to prove it. Establishing inner peace becomes the foundation for everything you do. It is not just a form of self-care, but a necessary practice for someone who carries this kind of spiritual mission. Understanding the difference between ego-driven power and soul-driven authority is crucial. Ego seeks to control and dominate, while soul naturally attracts respect and reverence. The more you operate from this place of inner peace, the more effortlessly your divine energy can manifest. As you move through life, notice how external conflicts and attempts to manipulate your energy affect you. Observe how the universe responds to those who try to diminish your presence. These situations are more than just obstacles. They are the universe working through you to enforce spiritual laws that maintain the balance. The more you detach from personal outcomes and focus on the spiritual dynamics at play, the clearer your path becomes. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles. Feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. You were selected for this role long before you arrived on this plane of existence. Your soul was chosen because it carries a frequency that aligns with the evolution of human consciousness. Your challenges, especially with those who attempt to oppress you, serve a greater purpose than personal growth. They are an expression of cosmic principles that ripple outward, affecting everyone around you. The universe operates on compressed timelines, bringing immediate lessons to those who violate the higher laws of spiritual order. The universe is quick to respond to those who seek to harm you. This acceleration serves several purposes. It shields you from energetic interference, strengthens your soul's mission, and provides immediate feedback to those who would seek to manipulate or harm. The consequences they face are not due to your desire for retribution, but because universal forces use these moments to recalibrate the energetic imbalance. The lessons are sharp and swift, providing clear cause and effect relationships that even the most disconnected souls cannot ignore. When those who target you face their consequences, it serves as a lesson not only for them, but for everyone observing the situation. The universe's response is not emotionally driven, but operates with precise accuracy, ensuring that the lessons are learned quickly and thoroughly. The rapid resolution of these situations plants seeds of greater awareness in the collective consciousness, teaching all who witness it about the power of spiritual law. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Your life unfolds with remarkable precision, demonstrating that the universe is at work behind the scenes. When others see how quickly situations resolve around you, they begin to understand that the universe functions according to its own laws, laws that cannot be manipulated by human agendas. Your very existence proves that spiritual forces are not bound by human systems and that they operate with perfect clarity when allowed to move freely. You serve as a living example of divine justice, not through your actions, but through your presence. You embody the truth of cosmic law, showing that balance can be restored without external intervention. The universe does not require legal systems or human validation to maintain order. It responds directly through you, showing the world that natural laws will always prevail. Your energy automatically corrects imbalances around you, making you a powerful force for change in this world.